Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing News. Your home for all things Grayson. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And today we are covering Grayson 13, 14. I know we promised you 15, but we're going to hold off on that. And number 16, because 15 is part of the Robin War, so maybe we'll swing back around to that someday. But, yes, we're going to do 13, 14, and 16. Action-packed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't think there's any big Nightwing news out right now. I did catch up on Young Justice.
Yeah, he hasn't appeared in any of them so far.
I'm like, come on. I mean, I liked some of the, most of the stuff I've liked they've been doing, but I'm like, come on, just a little bit, Dick Grayson.
Well, but they haven't really done anything with the Bat family, so.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we never see these Bat family characters anywhere.
Yeah, shocking.
I know. Well, we'll see this week. Justice League 75 comes out. Death of the Justice League, which is coming up.
Oh, okay.
The prelude to the Dark Crisis. So we'll see if, maybe after Bruce disappears, the whole family gets the. We'll see.
That we will.
We'll see what we guess. So we're closing in on that rematch between Dick and Deathstroke. If he makes it out of Shadow War.
I think he will because he has to have a matchup with the Deathstroke.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if he makes it past Damien, because someone's framed Deathstroke for the death of Ra's al Ghul. So.
Oh, you're talking about Deathstroke making it. I thought you were talking about Dick, and I was like, wait, Damien. Oh.
Yeah, no.
Right. So.
Yeah, Dick hasn't appeared in Shadow War. Dick and Damien, or Bruce, Damien, Talia, Deathstroke, but.
Right. Shadow War is a different one. I'm thinking Dick's in War for Earth 3. Too many wars going on right now. Hard to keep them straight.
Yeah, it's the crossover between the Batman book, Robin, and Deathstroke Inc. So.
Deathstroke Inc. See, he thought Batman Inc. was such a cool thing, he had to do it himself.
Oh yeah, he's putting together like a whole big thing of villains. So yeah, he's trying to be like king of the villains now.
But is he a vampire king?
No.
Well, he's missing out then.
All right, let's get to some Grayson. All right. Said the first one, Grayson number 13 from December 2015.
Wow.
A Ghost from the Tomb. Writers Tim Seeley and Tom King, penciler Mikel Janin, inker Hugo Petrus, colorist Jerome Cox, letterer Carlos M. Mangual, and editors Mark Doyle and Rebecca Taylor. Yes, this is the infamous issue. As the director debriefs Agent 37 following his return from a mission where he encountered Lex Luthor, debrief as in he's naked, he is also subject to a physical search by Dr. Netz to ensure that he has not been contaminated before he is sent off on his next mission. So yeah, we get that whole thing. Then a cargo ship, Monarch, is boarded by Tiger Shark for a priceless animal skin They were returning to a tribe. His demands are interrupted by a henchman discovering 2 crew members without faces. Agents 1 and 37 then begin to liberate the ship. The 2 effortlessly defeat the would-be coup, and finding a moment alone, Grayson phones Red Robin for a briefing and an update on Agent Zero's identity and that she has been tracking Grayson from the start. Helena attends a meeting in Brazil with a shadowed council and implies that they pick a side between Spyral and Checkmate before flying to Spandau in Germany to solve an issue caused by the God Garden. Agents 1 and 37 track down Lady Tron, who had been teleported down to scout for signs of activity. From a distance, Midnighter watches the 2 agents launch their ambush, and he heads down into a cafe for a coffee and a slice of cake where, unbeknownst to him, Agent Zero is sitting outside reading poetry. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's a pretty thorough summary there.
Yep. Thank you, Internet. So what do you think of the physical examination in the beginning?
I mean, awkward, but it feels like on point for if you worked for a shady spy organization. If you came back, well, because plus it's shortly after he went to visit his family, so
you're looking for bat bugs, yeah.
So yeah, I know when it first came out. I mean, honestly, not that many people were upset. It was like a small subset of people were, but I don't know. Like it feels pretty. I mean, it feels pretty standard for like the spy genre.
I mean, in comics for years, I mean, we've sexualized women. It's like, well, so this time we're doing with a guy. It's everybody gets it eventually.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not everybody, because I don't think they do it with all guys, but I actually was. I don't even know how, because I wasn't specifically looking for it. I wonder if it was something that, like, somebody posted on. I found on Facebook, and then it was like an article that you posted on Facebook, and then it took me to some other things or whatever. But yeah, like this sort of turning it around. The article said turning it around and kind of using the female poses on guys. It said that Nightwing was like one of the first ones they did it with, and one of the main ones that they do it with. So
he's more than a pretty face, people.
So yeah. That's right. Plus, yeah, I mean, it's supposed to emphasize that they're creepy, and like they're creepy. Creepers being creepy, like that's.
I was just like, wait a minute, wasn't Tom King in the CIA? What's the CIA doing? We came up with this idea.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think I want to know the answer if the CIA is investigating their agents that much.
Yes, and then we get our old friend Tiger Shark, is it Tiger Shark? Yeah.
His tongue is so freaky. I realize that is like minor and not the main takeaway, but when I saw his tongue, I was like, ah!
Yeah, wasn't he, what was that, around Black Mirror, when we did Black Mirror or whatever? I think he was in there, I think, in those Detective Comics issues.
Yeah, he was probably one of the people that went to the auction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. So, plus, it's funny because the dude who runs the ship is Lottie Duff's dad.
Oh yeah, and I love when like the pirates like compare Agent 1 to Batman, and he's like, "Oh great, compare me to some dead man," and Dick's like, "Hey, a little respect here, come on."
Right, but yeah, why do they? Is this the one Bruce has
amnesia, so
okay.
So everyone assumes Batman's dead, I think. Yeah.
I was like, he's not dead.
Yeah, no. Everyone just assumes because he's not showing up. Yeah.
I see. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love Dick just like swinging around this ship and stuff.
Yeah, and then like an actual shark. Is that?
I know they like electrify the water, I guess, to take out that sub, but yeah, it looks like they like hit a shark too.
Yeah, and it comes jumping up.
Or gets shot up from that electricity. But But yeah, I like this now because after the whole thing and Dick's like, staying behind in that cabin, he's talking to Tim. We're actually, he's actually interacting with more Bat Family.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Tim giving him all this stuff on Agent Zero.
It's like, I could tell something was wrong. He complimented me. Also, how he's calling him Mr. Draper.
Yes, Alvin Draper. Yes.
That's one of his aliases they've used before, right?
Oh yeah, that goes all the way back to Chuck Dixon. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and some of the other stuff when he's like, "Oh, I'm using my facial recognition," and Dick's like, "Sweet humble brag, bro."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just telling me Agent One's been watching Batman and Robin, specifically Dick, for a while.
Yeah.
I love how Tim's like, can you seduce that Helena Bertinelli? And he's like, nah, she's not gonna go for that.
Yes. It reminds me though, seeing this of the thumbs down on the new 52 Robin outfit.
Oh yeah, I don't like. Yeah,
It just doesn't have the same panache as the original.
It needs the cow. I don't know why.
I was talking about Dick's Robin outfit, but yes, both of them do not have the same.
No. And again, yeah, I mean, again, they were trying to modernize it for New 52, I guess. But I mean, all you had to do is basically throw pants on them. It's like you couldn't.
Right. Well, I was reading that. What kind of made me think of it was I read an article that was talking about. They said one of the best things. Well, I mean, there are many good things, obviously, about what Mark Waid's doing in World's Finest, but they said one of the best ones was it did a really great job of updating the Robin outfit. Yes, basically they took the regular Robin outfit and just gave it pants. And like, that's it. That's all you need to do. You don't need to rework any of the other stuff. Just give him pants. And they kept the pixie boots and pants. So it's just like, he just pulled the pants on underneath. And they were like, yeah, everything else was great. The only ridiculous thing is, why does he never wear pants?
Oh yeah, Mark Waid's a fan of all that old stuff. As we found out in Unlimited Justice episode 17. Check it out on YouTube, coming soon to the podcast. All right.
That's right. Anyway, I think my favorite part is where Tim, so he's like, see if you can, work with someone, and he's like, not gonna work with Helena. My charms don't work on her. But there is someone else who owes me a favor, and my charms do work on him. And then Tim says, that's a birdwatcher I know. Wait, did you say him? It's like, now that we know that Tim is bisexual, maybe he's thinking in his mind like, oh, maybe I can.
Yeah, but at this point though, they're like in New 52, they're like writing Tim like he's like Bruce Jr. He plans for everything, and I don't know if he's even really seen anybody at this point. Yeah, they're really like painting him to be like Bruce Jr.
Well, and now he like barely gets to be in any books. So
I know he shows up.
They're painting him, unfortunately.
Yeah, he shows up in like Urban Legends or somebody else's book. Yeah.
But I'm saying, in my little mental world, I feel like that's great. And he hears him say, "Wait, did you say him?" And then he starts thinking, maybe I can come out to my family. Yeah. They'll be accepting. I mean, he should have known anyway, but
well, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing. They did this major lifestyle thing for him, and it's like he doesn't even have a book. Give him his own solo book back. I mean, at least when John Kent came out, he has his own book.
That's true. It feels like a jerk move.
Yeah, it feels ridiculous. We're like, oh hey, we're gonna drop this big life change on him, and guess what? You're barely gonna see it after we announce it.
And then we will not talk about him for 4 months. So you're like, wait, what?
That's why it seems kind of manufactured, because it's like we announced it and then we're never going to show it. We're not going to show it to you. It's like, what? Really?
Yeah. I know, and they haven't announced lately any new books.
I would assume they might be, we might get a lot of new stuff after Dark Crisis, but yeah, that's how many months off.
Oh yeah, that's a good thought. Yeah.
Probably on the other side of summer, so.
Yeah. Because right now Tim is like kind of back as Robin again, right? Or isn't it like kind of not sure because some people?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, Damien's running around too, so yeah, it's kind of.
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Because in Robin's, he was wearing more just like a Robin outfit, but people a lot of times were calling him.
Yeah, sometimes they call him Red Robin, but he's wearing more like his original costume. Yeah.
All right, so Helena puts the smackdown on those other guys. And then, yes, we find out when Dick was talking about who his charms work on, it was Midnighter.
Yep.
And yeah, so he gets Midnighter to send Lady Tron down, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Or like God Garden decides to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, and then they break into this secret lab or whatever and get it attacked.
Okay, and so right, okay, so they're trying to so yeah, Dick wanted to distract Helena, so that's why they're doing it in Spandau, and they're getting Helena to go there too.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dick and Tiger jump down. And then Midnighter, well played, Dickie my boy.
So yeah, should we get the Grayson 14? Oh, does your cool collection have the variant cover for issue 14? It's the Looney Tunes with Porky Pig.
Yeah, it does at the back. It has all the
Yes, that parody of Dick's first appearance. This is a sensational character find. Porky Pig.
It's got him. Yeah, actually, the for the one we just did, the 13th, the variant cover was Movie Monster.
Yes, I did. I did see that. Yeah.
Dick is, I don't know, Creature from the Black Lagoon. I think maybe is what that would be.
I think yeah. It looks like he's holding. Is that Helena? It looks like.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, and then this is a super creepy cover. All those nasty spiders.
Oh, 14, yeah.
And yeah, then we get Mr. Netz, their dad. All right, what is your synopsis say for this bad boy?
All right, this one is, like I said, it's a short. It's more like the solicit that came with it. Yeah, this is the shortest one. Hold on. Yeah, switch. All right. So Grayson number 14. Cover date November 2015. Grayson and Tiger battle their way into a secret lab of deceased scientist and Spyral founder Otto Netz. As they search for clues to the true identity of the mysterious Agent Zero, Grayson finds his foes much closer than expected. Like I said, that's the short one. So
okay, so yes, but I think Midnighter knows that she's there. Don't you think that Agent Zero was at that cafe? Because as soon as she gets up and walks away, he asks for the check.
Maybe, yeah, because there wasn't he kind of. It seems like he was like, okay, that's the whole plan or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, because he says like, "I've done my good deed for the day."
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell because he just just like, oh hey, okay, that's my cue, and it's like, wait, what?
Okay, then it's like I don't know. I found it a little bit confusing when they're with all the robot stuff, but they're trying to get. Okay, so that's the lab they're in, and they want to get all the stuff about the Netzes from the computer. And so he needs to not have the electromagnetic pulse, so that's why he punches Tiger.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah,
And then
because he's like, you set off that electromagnetic pulse. I'm going to lose any information I could, that I'm looking for here.
right, and then he like kind of hypnotizes the robot, and he like hooks her up to the computer, so somehow she's downloading all the information, and then it's gonna go to the God Garden or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it must be taking a lot because, yeah, Dick's eyes are bleeding as he's using the hypnose on her.
Oh, I thought he would. Okay, yeah, because he's like rubbing his eyes. I thought he was doing it on purpose.
Yeah, then Otto Netz is creepy because what is this? Is this a flashback or whatever? We see he had 2 daughters. He's like, one of you will oppose me, the other one will become me, because he download his mind into one of them. It's like, okay, it's not too creepy.
Yeah, he's super creepy. But we kind of knew that already when in one of the older ones when Elizabeth was talking to Aaliyah and she was like, our father would tell us to fight harder and keep ripping and scratching each other. And they show that statue of Romulus and Remus, and of course, one of the brothers killed the other. So it's like, yeah.
But that's like, I don't know if you ever saw, there's a Batman Beyond episode where Roz comes back in the body of Talia. Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Well, Resurrection of Ra's al Ghul, he was trying to get into Damien's body, right?
Yeah.
Wild. Okay, so
And then
they get the information about him, and he's explaining blah 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 stuff about Spyral, how they're and how he like wants things, he needs bad things to keep happening, like Spiral's partially to self-perpetuate bad things in the world, so that way they can keep spying and keep doing whatever, and that's why that snake eating itself so that it's perpetual.
Yeah, and then those like spider things that run Spiral telling Helena, it's like, you have to hit the button and take out Grayson, Agent 37.
Yeah, what is she talking to? So that's like some sort of computer, right?
Yeah, it's like something to do with whoever runs Spiral. Yeah, they're just like, take him out.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. When she goes into that, yeah. And then that's when Dick starts the electromagnetic pulse. So thank God all those creepy.
Yeah, because it would have been nanobots that took him out. So yeah, it hits the.
Thank God all those creepy spiders I don't want to say die, but I guess die. And Midnighter's nightclub was too close, and the electricity goes out, and he's like, Grayson, you ruined my night again. Poor Midnighter. But Helena seems kind of happy.
Well, she don't want to kill Dick.
Right, she's sad, but she's like, oh, whew.
Because even with the imposter last week, she's like, I knew it wasn't you.
Yeah, the pulse. She's glad that the impulse.
She cares about him. I mean, I don't know if it's love or not, but I mean, she cares about, even though she'll never admit it, she cares about him.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're at least friends. And then
Tiger wakes up none too happy.
This is when Dick says, all right, we got to destroy Spyral. This is it. Because now he knows that, which I mean, that was one thing that slightly confused me, is, I felt like they knew the whole time that Spyral was shady. I mean, that's why Bruce had him go to it anyway, was because he was like, I think they know stuff about us and I want to know what they know. But I guess now he wants to destroy it because he knows they're even worse than he thought.
Yeah, I think before they were just like, oh, hey, this spy organization's trying to collect the secret identities of superheroes. Now Dick's like, oh, it's way worse than we thought. We got to just shut it down.
Yeah, because Netz is so creepy and wants bad things to continuously, a circle of badness.
Ouroboros, the snake that eats its own tail.
Messed up. All right, so then he gets He says, Tiger, we gotta destroy Spiral. And surprisingly, Tiger's like, all right, let's do it.
And kids, the next, like I said, we're not covering 15, but that was like part of the Robin War. So they took a break to drag Dick through Robin War. So
yeah, Tiger's not in that one. Yeah, and then when we get to 16, he and Tiger are kicking butt and taking names.
yeah, this is by far one of my favorite covers of this series, number 6.
Yeah, on the skis.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's very James Bond, like it's very spy. So.
Oh yeah, and they're all in Nightwing colors. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, Grayson number 16. March. We jump ahead to March 2016. Code word swordfish.
Yeah, well, and we're back at Mikkel Janin's art because the guy who did
there was a Phil 14.
Was 14 with somebody else. All right. Yes. So.
All right. So after taking down several high-ranking Spyral agents across the globe, Agent 37 and Agent 1 are placed at the top of the Director of Spyral's hit list, which forces her to enlist the syndicate of an elite task force. Meanwhile, Grayson irritates Tiger endlessly with his theme song and other quips. But after learning about Spyral's plans, they turn to their only allies, Maxwell Lord and Checkmate. Ooh.
All right. So, when we get to the end part, I have a question for you. But yeah, okay. So Dick is pretending to be a bartender, I guess. And yeah, there he's beating up a Spiral spy. Yeah, and he says, "Tell Helena, I know Otto Netz set up Spiral to be the snake eating its own tail, violence to create more violence." I feel like that's a nice encapsulation after that, like kind of twisty description of Otto Netz. It's like, yes, boil it down to this: violence to create more violence. So he's gonna chop that snake. And he's like, we're taking him down.
Yeah, then Tiger shows up to make his getaway. There's a guy in the trunk. What number is he? 7. He's like, what? 30 ahead of me. He's like, come on. My pencil wasn't working that day. We took the test.
Yeah, but I feel like, isn't it based on when you join?
That's what I thought, unless he's just joking around.
But yeah. Whatever. Okay, so yeah, the car they have is... No, is it a Spiral agent's car, or are they saying the guy in the trunk is a Spiral agent?
Maybe both, because yeah, he's like, don't hit the red button, it's a parachute. So I'm thinking that's some kind of Spiral car, whether it's that guy's or not.
Yeah, probably what... But yeah, maybe... Well, he says we'll have to drop him off, so maybe it's not a Spiral person in the trunk, but the Spiral guy grabbed that person?
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. But yeah, I love this scene a couple days later when they're trying to get away from the guys on skis in that car. I love how Dick's like, you make me nervous driving. He's like, and I've driven with Batman. I've ridden shotgun with Batman.
Yeah. Well, he's pretty, I mean, they're having to drive pretty wild. I mean...
Oh, yeah, on the snow.
In the snow, in a sports car, jumping over cliffs.
On a mountain, yeah.
Yep.
But they make use of that parachute because, yeah, they stop before the edge and those guys on skis kind of go over.
Yep. Well, they ski into the rock.
Side, yeah.
And he's like, who are these guys? 5 and 19. Is everyone above me?
Yeah. Get Dick out of the car all cool, sunglasses.
And then, boom. It's Tiger making a joke. Maybe everyone else's pencil worked. Oh!
Ah!
That Tiger. Although Tiger keeps saying, I'm going to kill you. And he still hasn't yet. I mean, at the end, I guess, I don't know if they're like friends, but
yeah. So, yeah, Helena's asking Dr. Netz. Yeah, how many agents have they taken down already? Well, the rough count is 16. But she's saying it'll be taken care of soon. The rough count appears to have been upwardly adjusted to 20.
Well, right, because she's saying, "Oh, we got an update. I'm sure we don't have to worry anymore." And she's like, "Oh, just kidding."
I know. Then we see Dick and Tiger on the beach in Greece.
And here we have more sexy spyness. How they're both
Just in trunks.
wearing underwear and are super ripped.
Well, they're spies. They better be.
And then Dick sings his kind of ridiculous spy song.
Basically, as we start the theme song, yes.
It's kind of a terrible theme song.
Oh yeah, he's just trying to get on Tiger's nerves, probably.
Oh right, yes, exactly.
But yeah, they just have a montage of them going from all these different countries, and they play the theme song over it.
Georgia, Russia, Mongolia, China.
He gets all the girls. He gets all the girls, but he calls them women.
That's right.
Oh man! Then that second page of the montage, we get the whole James Bond with like the silhouette of Helena. Yeah, get the whole James Bond thing going. He calls him Tony. No, you do not. Yes, he does.
Because it annoys him. Yeah, Helena silhouette. And then they're in like James Bond tuxes on the next one.
Oh yeah.
Papua New Guinea, Australia, yeah. I like that he's the spy who throws his gun. You should not throw your gun. Do you think it's dumb?
I'm not playing this game.
And they're in the US, then they're in Guyana, then they're in Morocco.
New York, yeah.
They're really crushing it.
He's the spy who should be ranked higher than 37.
Will this ever end? Maybe when he's ranked 11.
Tiger, I think all the singing may be more problematic than the pencil.
Probably. I like Tiger's math too. Oh, this is how historians do math. And he's like, how many have we done? Many. How many more to go? Not as many. Like, yes, that's.
Yeah.
When I said my Wi-Fi, I'm like, how many people do you think this on a scale of 0 to a lot?
He's like, what do you think? The Manila one next? Why not?
And then we see Helena in Brazil. And what'd you say this group of people is called? The Syndicate?
Hold on, let me see. Did it give them an actual name? Let me see.
I thought you said something, but maybe not.
Let's see what it said. It says to enlist the syndicate in an elite task force. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's an official title, but yeah, it just says the syndicate. So
wait, isn't that King Faraday? Isn't he from the? Wasn't he in like Teen Titans comics or something? Isn't he from some sort of like DC equivalent of the FBI or something like that?
Yeah, some of these people are like been with spy organizations or certain groups like that. Yeah, because Frankenstein Agent of Shade. I think Shade was like a thing during New 52.
Oh, okay.
No, Grifter. Yeah, Grifter from that whole Wildstorm thing where like we're Midnighter and a bunch of them came from Bronze Tiger, of course. Bronze Tiger. I did a mission with this 37 before. He kept calling me Bronze Tony the Tiger.
I think I could probably find the motivation to punch him in the face.
This is my friend Tony the Tiger. You will be Bronze Tony the Tiger. So yeah, so I guess basically Helena's like, yeah, we all need to work together to get stop them or kill them.
Yeah. So then when Tiger says, I'm getting word from my contact at Spyral on Helena. And Dick saying, has woken her up and she's escaped, and some Netz hypnos trance and switched to our side. Yeah, so what do you think's up with Helena? She doesn't, I guess Helena doesn't quite, she doesn't realize.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, like, are they like, I'm trying to remember if Netz or isn't Netz controlling her through the hypnos or something? It's like, yeah, I don't know if she's out of it just enough where it's just like, oh yeah, stop Grayson, stop Gray, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I know that she was like their buddy at the end, you know. It's not, they don't destroy her kind of thing at the end.
Tiger, quite the opposite. She has deployed the syndicate against us. Best spies in the world. I thought we were the best. No, I am the best. You are still 37. But yeah, so they're basically just saying, oh hey, she has a, well, probably a couple armies now. We're vastly outnumbered. So Dick's like, I know a guy, which is the big cliffhanger where yes, they go to checkmate and he strikes a deal with Max Lord.
Okay, so what I want to ask you, what is it? Remind me of Checkmate. I've heard of them. Didn't they have their own books for a time? Like, what's a brief history of Checkmate?
Well, yeah, they're a spy organization. They've been around for a long time. Remember when we did some of that action comic stuff, like back in like the 80s? Roy Harper worked for them back in the 80s.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking like I've heard of Checkmate before. They were around during the New Teen Titans, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably where you heard them when like Roy was working with them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and Maxwell Lord, I know he's the guy that Tiger made up was really the bad person.
Yeah.
Really,
yeah.
So that kind of makes sense of bringing it around. But isn't Maxwell Lord a Wonder Woman villain?
He was kind of like a character in the Justice League in the like late 80s, early 90s. Like he was kind of on their side, and then around, it was like right before Infinite Crisis, like he started this whole spy thing, and like he was like, oh, I'm going to save the world from all these superhumans and stuff. And like he actually, because he has like he can kind of, he has like a, I'm gonna say a mutant power, but he can basically like manipulate people mentally just with his mind.
Okay.
Yeah, that was him in Wonder Woman 1984. But
okay, that's what I was thinking.
In the comics, yeah, like right before Infinite Crisis, like he got control of Superman.
Yeah, isn't he the one that Wonder Woman killed?
Yes, because he had Superman beat the crap out of Batman. I mean, he almost killed Batman, and yeah, Wonder Woman got a hold of him, put the lasso around him, and says, honestly, how do I break your control over Superman? And Max is like, you don't. He's like, I will always have a back door into Superman's head. So Wonder Woman just went, snapped his neck. That was the big, going into Infinite Crisis. That's why the Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman were kind of at odds because Batman, Superman, like, you killed, and Wonder Woman's like, what did you want me to do? He had control of Superman.
Right. Well, and like Wonder Woman comes from a warrior culture.
Exactly.
Sometimes people have to die.
And again, she put the lasso around him. He had to tell the truth. He's like, yeah. He's like, no matter what, I'm always gonna have a hold on him.
Yep.
So.
All right. Well,
so,
that's that. The plot thickens.
So I was gonna say, so that's why people were, very easily to sway people to say, oh, hey, Maxwell Lord's behind all this shady stuff because he kind of is a shady.
Because he is kind of shady.
Yeah. Exactly.
Cool. All right. So now are we finishing Grayson sometime this year, but just not next week, right?
Yeah, no, not next. It's gonna let me check the schedule. If we do, it's gonna be a while. I mean, oh yeah, eventually we're gonna finish this, but
keep us in suspense.
That's right. All right. Next week's the Nightwing 53, the Officer Down crossover. No, then we get into the Titan stuff. Then we do the Injustice. Then we do New Teen Titans games. Then we'll do the Titans United and the Robins miniseries. And then July is summer of '69, so we'll do all those 1969 episode issues.
Joke.
Oh, August we'll do some old issues, and that's when we'll start getting into some of the Batman 66 episodes too. Let me see. August. September, toward the end of September, we'll get into that Renegade stuff. Oh yeah, I don't think we're gonna get. Yeah, we don't have Grayson on the schedule for the rest of this year, but
So we're just leaving people hanging.
come back, January 2023. We'll definitely put that on the schedule for next year, or if we want to.
I didn't realize
I
we didn't.
was gonna say if we want to.
I didn't realize we didn't put the end of it on
We
there.
want to take other stuff off, but I think we have some good stuff coming. So
No, it's just funny.
yeah, I know.
Yes.
Spoiler alert, he lives.
What? All right. Sounds good.
All right. So yeah, next week is the Nightwing 53, the Officer Down, part of the Officer Down crossover. And then 2 weeks after that, the New Titans 97 through 99 and New Titans 100 through 101. The whole supposed wedding, that they didn't.
Yeah, the wedding is in 100, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exploding priest and all. Yes.
What? Spoiler alert!
The one that didn't happen and they didn't bother to tell Mark Waid about.
Yes.
Very last minute decision.
Oh no, poor Mark. He had no idea.
I know.
Made him look silly.
All right. Anything else on these?
Oh, that's everything.
All right. So that's your homework, kids. Next week, Officer Down Part 3. So make sure you check out We Are the Night, the Batman podcast, episodes 75 and 76 for part 1 and part 2. Yeah, part 3 will be right here, and then part 4, I believe it's only 4. Yeah, part 4 will be on We Are the Night, episode 77. So stay tuned. All right. So yes, but send your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Nightwing News on Facebook, on Twitter. Join the Nightwing Facebook fan group. And again, please, if you can, subscribe. Well, it's free, so you should subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, every episode gets a video, the regular comic reviews, the interviews.
Smash it.
So yes, smash that subscribe button. More interviews should be coming soon. And most importantly, no choice. Go subscribe to the Patreon. Again, you get early access to all the interviews. Again, Mr. DG Chichester joins me and Lilith every month to talk about one of his comics.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And superhero movie brackets. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time, and it will kill me. So yes, the April episode we will crown a Marvel winner for the April episode, and then in May we will start some DC. So
Okay, that's on the 30th, right?
Yes, for April, yes. So yes, kids. So if you're listening to a Nightwing show, so you're obviously a DC fan. So yes, the DC's movies start in May. So get on board. All right, and again, if you want something for your money besides great content, get yourself some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And most importantly, if you want to help support an educator, pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Again, if you're a fan of Nightwing and you're listening to the show, you must be a Nightwing fan. You should pick up that book. Every true Nightwing. You are not a real Nightwing fan unless you have that book. I own that book. Lilith Hellfire owns that book. Yes. You cannot call yourself a nut. I don't care how many comics you've read. Yeah, you are not a Nightwing.
A lot of pressure you're putting on people, Phil.
Hey, man, don't walk the walk unless you're ready to do
Pick a book.
Yes. Right on Amazon. Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. So, yeah, please go pick that up. Kristen would very much appreciate that.
It'd be diggity dank.
Diggity dank. Oh, my God. You know what helps people find stuff on Amazon? If people leave reviews of the book, you want everyone to just be like, this book's the diggity dankest.
That'd be pretty hilarious.
just like 70 reviews. This is diggity dank.
Then other people will be like, what the heck?
5 stars. It's diggity dankest.
You should go make that review, Phil. I can't make that review. It'd be obvious.
Oh, you need to start a second book. It's like, it'll be like the 101 diggity dankest moments of Dick Grayson.
Number 1 moment, saying diggity dank.
Its origins are lost to the history, but all right, kids. So yes, come back next week. Officer Down Part 3, Nightwing 53. But until then, same wing time,
Same wing channel.
the Nightwing News, Agent 37.